Listen to that note. That's so cool, or what? Yeah.
I love Chevys. I love Chevys. I am such a Chevy girl. Dad.
Yeah.
First off, I'm from Tennessee. I'm a Chevy girl. 2, I've always wanted a Camaro literally since like my sophomore year of high school. 3, just want to say this out loud. This is my dream car. And I want to own it.
Want to go to Lovettsville Diner and get breakfast?
Yes! Yes!
Okay, give me my coffee and my water bottle.
Yes! This is the best day ever.
Okay, give me. There's one water bottle over there. That was mine earlier.
Dad, I've never. Make sure it doesn't have lip gloss. This is mine. It has lip gloss.
Okay.
Dad, this is the best day ever. The convertible was so much fun.
Okay.
Wait, can you come over here and hand me my purse? I can't because my belly button
Well, what's wrong with your purse?
It's right there, and I need my chapstick.
Yeah, but why do you get your purse?
I can't get it. My belly button.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, challenges. Let me put my stuff in my car first. What's going on?
I need my purse.
Good Lord.
I can't reach it.
All right, here you go.
I'm sorry.
All right, the kid is wanting to go. Look at this here. Can I put the top down? Watch this. Which way do I go? You go this way? I have no idea.
You're gonna love the videoing I did for you today. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Do you know Steve?
Yeah.
He has a Corvette tattoo.
Oh, wow. So I don't know how you get this to work. Oh, well. And what better day to enjoy a convertible, right? Put the top down. This will be my first official. Well, no, I actually had that Jaguar Type F. I forgot about that. What the hell? It's too complicated, man. I don't know what's going on here. Something ain't right. All right, we're gonna get lunch, breakfast, whatever the hell we're gonna do. A lot of video content here, I know that, and just getting everything set up. It just ain't that simple. You know what I mean? One thing's for sure, this was definitely the right day and weekend to get this car. It's just so beautiful out. Last weekend it was downpouring rain. So last weekend had been a really big bummer. But this really is the color interior I like. I love the color interior. And so far, I'm really liking the car. So the Chevy days are back. One thing that's such a characteristic of these Corvettes, they're such an over-the-road car. I mean, this car really is, in so many ways, a comfortable car. But, you know, it's like the Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde, or Jekyll and Dr. Hyde, whatever the saying is, where it's the two different personalities in this vehicle. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I guess is the right way to say it. And, I mean, because this car, in so many ways, is very luxurious feeling, but then, you know, you change the settings here, this thing just becomes a beast. I mean, in some ways, a scary beast, because it's just so fast. And the wind, if you look at my glasses, you'd think that if this didn't have the right aerodynamics for the size of my height, my glasses would probably come flying off my head. Right now we're doing 42 miles an hour. It's nice with the convertible down. I can hear that exhaust note. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, who would imagine this? Even for me to be saying 2 months ago I'd have 2 Chevys in my life. You know, how'd this all start? I mean, I'm not lying. How did the Camaro Z28 thing start? How did this play out? Wow. A lot of fun. And I guess you could say it with the age in life where, yeah, you're kind of in the Corvette, you know, the typical profile of a Corvette owner being the convertible. I'm beyond the midlife crisis. Everybody knows that. But this thing just glued to the road. One thing I don't like, these pedals are so close to each other. I'm not lying to you, man. It's like, wow, my feet, you know, it's like very tight. When I first started driving this car, I was like, I I'm actually even on that gas pedal. So that's something that's really different from the Camaro and the Mustangs. How about that, huh? Beautiful day for riding around a car. Beautiful day. Oh, we're in the little twisties, which these things here are just, wow. It's incredible on how, if I really wanted a new C8, I could have bought a new C8, but I just really like the good old front engine Corvette. Yeah, I mean, odds are, sure, I'm sure at one point I'll probably have a Z06 C8, but I'll wait till the market kind of simmers down, get them to be in the market a few years, and if you can get one under 100 grand, you did pretty good. So I'm sure that'll play out. But I just really do like the package, and I just like the looks. I just think this is such a great looking, sharp car. All fiberglass too, so be careful on that if you get that conversation. This car just in third gear is like nothing. Got the kids up there behind us having her fun. Just pretty nice, really nice, beautiful back road in here where we live. Just beautiful scenery. And thank goodness nobody's in front of us and nobody's really behind us. So now for all that effort yesterday, me getting the garage all prepared, I think it was well worth the time spent. So wow. Has the yoke steering wheel. Comfortable. Don't feel cramped. Seats are comfortable. Got a cyclist here. I'm really impressed with how there's not a lot of turbulence of wind in my own space, which that's really cool. A lot of times you're kind of forced sometimes to put the windows up because you just have so much air coming. So wow, I mean, really, just I'm very impressed on how this car feels. And the last convertible I had was that Jaguar F-Type, and I traded that back in like September of 2020 for the brand new Toyota Supra, which in some ways I've always wanted a Toyota Supra. In some ways, I felt like that was a mistake because that Jaguar was so much fun. That was a very fun car. Very comfortable, very accommodating, but it was a 3-year lease. So I turned it in a little early in the lease and bought the Supra, which I always wanted the Supra. That's all it was all about. Always have something. Oh, here's the similar roads, kind of copying what we do on the bikes. We usually ride the bikes together and go out on the country roads and try to escape. And in so many ways, this is the same thing, but really far different from the way a motorcycle experience is. But it's kind of cool out, so this is kind of pretty neat. Kids having, she really loves the Camaro, the Chevy. She's a Chevy girl. Yeah, it'd be like, okay, would you give up the GT Mustang? Would you give up the Challenger? I'm sure she'd give up the Smoke Show. No doubt in my mind about that. Because it's an automatic. It's not a manual. It doesn't get that same type of experience. So, but you know, whatever. Let's enjoy the ride. She's having fun. We're having fun. A great day on the Carvana Adventurers Day. And I'm sure some people are like, oh my gosh, they freaking destroyed your front splitter. I'm like, yeah, and they can be replaced. They pay for it, no biggie. But at the same time, who hasn't driven into a damn curb and destroyed their front splitters? I mean, we all do that that stuff. So, and in hindsight, yeah, should have had the somebody come over and help us unload that a little better, had more experience with that. But here's the thing, the car was already damaged, so part of me is like, you know what, let's see how this plays out, because technically it could have been like, well, that was already damaged, and that's the way it was, versus you witnessed with me that car getting even more damaged. So I think that was in some ways to my advantage, even though it's that, like somebody taking their fingernails and going across a chalkboard, and the feeling in for me is like, oh my gosh. I can only imagine some people's responses once this video posts. But once again, it's fixable, so, you know, that's the good news. As we drive through these little quaint towns, but I tell you what, this down here is so tight. See, the C7 Corvette that I bought was an automatic. So my last Corvette was a 2015 Stingray. They called it the Stingray. It was automatic. I never drove a manual. But I can tell you, man, if you're a big guy with big ass feet, I bet you this is a struggle. I mean, I'm like a size 10 and a half, 11 foot. This is like 11 size shoe. If you got size 12, 14 shoes, I can only imagine. Now you're like, wow, you know, this thing is a constant battle. Interesting, Carvana gave me half a tank of gas, which not a deal breaker, but as you know, you go back 6, 8, 9 months ago, Carvana was supposed to be going out of business. Yeah, you remember all that? I mean, does anybody remember all that stuff? So I'm sure it's challenging. And they probably lost a lot of people too that work for them. That'd be my guess. All right, we're gonna go up here to our little diner and get some breakfast right here. Lovettsville Diner. It's a good place to eat. We'll park the cars down here in the end so we don't have any problems per se. Okay, Lovettsville Diner. Good food. Good food. Just filled up our bellies. Look at that Corvette, man. Come on. Wow. Come on. Did I did right? Did I did okay? I did. I think I did. With the sun out now, boy, does this thing just sparkle? It sparkles. It does. All right. We're going to take a nice little road trip, get some driving time, have some fun. In the Z-Day. It's the Z-Day. Z28, Z06. Wow. All right. I just pulled over. Got these tire pressures up a little better because they were kind of off. So, how about that there, right? Now we're getting some really pretty backcountry here, which we always ride the bikes up in this area because it's such a beautiful ride. And typically there's not much traffic, so it's pretty fun. And here you are. How about that, huh? Just beautiful time of year as we transition into the foliage. And I just say this car, it's good old Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because it has two different personalities. It's just such a nice riding car. It's pretty cool. We go through the menu here. Yeah. 47 engine hours. Pretty cool, right? 14.9 miles per gallon, huh? I think it's going to do a little better than that. We'll find out, but once again, just really nice couldn't have picked a better day to get a Corvette delivered to me because it's just such a nice day. Not too hot, not too cold. And these convertibles, as you know, these convertibles are very fine line where they're enjoyable. You're down in Florida in the middle of summer when it's 100 degrees out. It's just not really that enjoyable. I don't think it is. So right now, this is a 60s degree day. But the car is warm inside, very nice and warm. And just really very accommodating. Well, it's interesting that Camaro has so much more of a fun factor to it than this car does because it's such the more race-built car. So you're getting so much more exhaust note out of it, so much more of a stiffer suspension. So this car here is in very, some ways it's too mild. It's just too accommodating, too comfortable. Because you're not getting that race me. And that's what that GT500 always would feel like when I get in that car, would be just take me to the racetrack. And that's how that Camaro feels. This car here, it's an over-the-road, very, very comfortable car. And I'm just not getting that type of same interaction. Now there's some exhaust note out of it. So it's all about the exhaust note. So I wonder if this thing at certain speeds turns off, the flaps change. Because on the Ford GT350, that car there in 6th gear, the exhaust turns off, meaning it goes to the quiet mode. So I just went to 3rd gear, and this thing now seems to have a little bit more of a attitude. And it's all about that exhaust note. Once again, it's just beautiful. That Chevy sound is just incredible. How the Chevrolet noise, the Ford noise, the Mopar noise, and how each vehicle has such that personality of a different type of exhaust note. And they're all V8 motors, but yet they're so different in their appetites on how they sound. Look at that. You see that greenery coming in and all these trees? See now, in my Dark Horse, you'd have had rev matching, which that's what makes that Dark Horse. That's what makes the Ford Mustangs a really fun product, because it has that downshift rev matching. And if you're a really experienced driver, you know how to toe heel that shifting downward and then revving up the engine to max to keep the car at the same speeds, just at a lower gear. This thing's just a torque monster. So much fun. I mean, that back end of this thing so comes out. I mean, it's just so neat. Yeah, I can definitely see that if you didn't have the person that really connects to this car, I really think that, yeah, you're going to crash it. You definitely had this car on a little bit of a moist day road. No way. I mean, this thing's out. And here's on 2nd gear. And the way these things are geared, you can really kind of do some pretty high speeds in the lower gears, which is pretty cool. So you come up here to a really nice, all the historic towns. And as you can see, what's so cool is I'm out here in the back roads and there's no traffic, which that makes it so enjoyable. It's nothing worse than going out on a Sunday drive and you're stuck in traffic. I mean, it's just no fun. This car, I guarantee, will start off in 2nd gear. I'm not going to do it. But here we come into town and just, once again, just really listen to the car with all the pavers. There's the kid. Listen to the kid. Kid's just got to make noise, doesn't she? Wonder where she got that. thing I was talking about the other day, which didn't publish on my channel because I erased the damn video. But when I was driving that Camaro, Z28, I really thought to myself, I bet you that the fuel in it is 87 octane. I can about guarantee you the fuel in this car is 87 octane. Why? Because it's all about every cent that these guys spend these cars. You're selling, hundreds of cars, thousands of cars. Every $10, $20, $30, it starts to add up. So I don't even think that the Camaro is running at its utmost performance, and I don't think this car is either, because I guarantee it's low-grade fuel. And you need high-grade fuel to get the most power out of these cars. The computers know. Holy moly! I didn't even know this thing had a 7th speed. This thing has a 7 gears. Holy crap! I didn't remember that about my Z06 I had back in 2008. 7th gear? Holy moly! Wow! I just went. I kind of missed. I thought I missed a gear, and it went to number 7 on the screen. I mean, I'll show you right now. Look at this here. Look! Wow! Jesus Christ! This car be cruising at 120 miles an hour like nothing. That's so cool. Yeah, there comes the exhaust back.